Jamie, you're a lucky man. But Jamie, I won't tell her about the others, all right? I'll keep that a secret. Linvoy's already whispered me. But Hannah, I'm so disappointed.
Now, on a serious note, guy, can you give us any tips for a long and happy marriage? Or is it
Jamie, do whatever she says. Make sure you hoover, make sure you do the ironing and the cooking. Okay, after that, world's your oyster.
And just for it, what was it like playing in front of the North Lower? Did you get much stick from those guys, or were they normally pretty good?
No, they're normally pretty good. They all love a trier. You know, I think that's the same as the women. If you try your hardest, then they can't do anything about it.
Hope you have a fantastic day and a fantastic life together. I'm sure you'll have a lovely day today. And from me, Andy, I wish you every success in the future. I hope you have many happy times.
Andy, I know you obviously played Pompey a long time. You got some stick from the fans down the way. Any of them stand out?
Yeah,
North Lower?
The old North Lower. Yeah, Jamie, where you used to sit, I think, and plenty of times my fat ass probably got in the way of your view of the pitch. So yeah, that's my fault. So I apologise for that. But no, the banter from the crowd was always good that side. The North Stand, they've always had their own strange humour, I suppose, and Jamie, you're part of it, so thanks for that on many an occasion.
And obviously, we've spoken before about a couple of his favourite players and stuff. Give us a couple of stories. Steve, let's start with Steve Claridge.
Yeah, I know Jamie's got an affinity for Stevie the Tramp, but he's there's so much that I could tell you about Steve, but obviously I can't on camera, Jamie, so I do apologise for that. So. That's obviously a problem, but no, the big one really.
Tell me on the quiet, and I'll tell him.
Yeah, I can tell you later, Steve. But no, Claridge was a character in more ways than one. But his horse racing, his gambling was outrageous. I remember stood next to him once at Cheltenham races. We'd gone up for the festival, and he gave me an envelope and said, "Go and put that on a horse." I looked in the envelope, about I don't know, it was ridiculous, stack full of £50 notes, and I stood next to him. Watching the race and never seen a bloke so twitchy in all my life. He was an absolute mess. And then the horse came over the last fence and nearly fell, and Stevie again was twitchy, but eventually at one he was jumping up and down like a lunatic. But then he got the money from the winnings and then put it on the next race, which was just like unbelievable. So Steve was a colourful character, and we had many a time with him. And
did he share the wealth?
No, he probably gave me about a tenner knowing Steve knowing Stevie how tight he is, yeah. So no, he's a good lad. Steve got on really well with him.
And give us a final story, Johnny Lager story.
John Durnin, Johnny Lager, crikey me. I don't know why, but Durn's always had an affinity with the North Stand. I think I know Steve Stone had a little bit going on with the North Stand as well. I think those players who played a little bit wider on one side of the pitch probably had it, rather than us guys who played centrally. So, but yeah, Johnny Lager was absolutely brilliant. Some of the scrapes I've been in with him, but my best one with John is, and the lady in the petrol station told it me, so I know it's true. It was the day he left Pompey. He went to the shower garage round the corner from Fratton Park, filled his car up with petrol, give it the old, I forgot my wallet. He was actually in his training kit still. It was his last day at Pompey. He's in his training kit, goes in, fills his car up with petrol, gives it the old, I forgot my wallet, I'm John Durnin, I'll be back tomorrow to pay for it. Of course, typical Scouser scallywag, straight up to Liverpool, never to be seen again. The shower garage, 60 quid out of pocket. Who had to go and pay the bill? Me. Thanks, John Durnin. So he still owes me that 60 quid to this day. So nice story from Durn's, but hope you have a really good day. Hope nobody's fallen asleep while they're listening to this video, because some people may not know us, but Steve's done a good job of putting this together. So hopefully it can get played out at the wedding, and hopefully it's all gone well. And just don't make sure you don't fall asleep when Steve's actually doing his speech either, because I know he can be a boring bastard at times. So you read his newspaper columns. Jesus, if ever I need to drop off to sleep, I do read Steve's article plenty of times in the evenings.
I'm planning on keeping it short.
Yeah, keep it short, mate. Keep it short. Yeah. So, but if anyone is struggling to get off to sleep later tonight, take a copy of the News and read one of Steve's articles. You'll whiz off to sleep, no problem whatsoever. Have a great day, Jamie and Hannah.
Say hello to Jamie and Hannah. Certainly wish you a fantastic wedding day. I hope it all goes well for you, as we hope it goes well for Pompey today. But more than anything, have a great life together. I'm sure you will. And like I said, enjoy the day and take it all in. And that's all I can say, really. Just Macca signing out, really. Well, not quite yet. A few more things to say.
I was going to just give us a little bit about your Pompey career. What was it like playing in front of the fans? Your favourite goals, stuff like that? Any special
well, I signed
memories?
In '92. You were probably a little nipper watching the games, or maybe not. But favourite goal? I think the favourite goal personally was a goal against Oxford at Fratton Park. I actually decided the week before, having seen the Oxford goalkeeper on TV, looked a bit tiny, so I said and planned all week, right, I'm going to chip the keeper this week. Nah, you're not going to do that, Mike. I said, yeah, this week I'm going to chip the goalkeeper. Anyway, come to Saturday, decided, right, okay, today's the day. Anyway, cut long story short, managed to chip the keeper on that day. But the one thing that struck me about that day, and it's always lived with me, was in the Fratton end, the end I'd scored, I think it was the Fratton end, there was...
Well, it might be the North Lower, was it?
Oh, that's right, sorry, it was the North Lower, because I turned the other way, yeah. And as I turned towards the North
I remember
Lower...
seeing, yeah.
I know, yeah. I didn't quite catch it, but I managed to turn to the North Lower. And the one thing that struck me more than anything was the lone ginger guy. Forlorn, looks sad, and everyone else is jumping apart from this guy. And to this day, I haven't a clue who it is. Whoever it is, you know, I hope you have a better day than you had that day. But I certainly enjoyed that day. And like I said, that was my best goal. But I'll never forget that guy. He was weird.
That's got to bug you, innit? Something like that goes on that.
Yeah,
I'm
not sure it was.
It's weird.
I'm not sure he was, but I don't know. Maybe he'll remember that goal. Maybe he'll remember that reaction as well. But that's life.
Hi, Jamie and Hannah. Wishing you all the best for today. I'm sure it's gone well so far. And I'm sure the future's going to be really bright and happy for you. I have been told to say the best man's going to do something really good today, so I'm expecting a great story, expecting not to hear that everyone's fallen asleep, but no, I really hope that the day's gone well and the rest of your life is going to be great together.
As to Linvoy, you know what it's like to play in front of the Fratton Park fans. Unfortunately, my brother was one of those who's probably given you stick down the years. How was it?
Yeah, I do remember him. I've singled him out, to be fair. So anyone that wants to, pour a drink on his head today, they're more than welcome on behalf of me. But no, it's been great playing at Fratton Park, and I've had some real high moments. Obviously, it's not been as great this season, but we're going to finish on a high. By the time you've obviously been married, we would have already been to the final and hopefully come back with the cup. But if not, it's a great way to finish the season, which has been a bit traumatic at times, but a great way to finish. And there's great things to come.
Any final tips for a happy and long marriage?
Just look after each other. Always remember, Jamie, she is right, even if you don't believe that. Hannah, he will be right most of the time as well. But no, lots of love and lots of understanding. And even when there's hard times, you've got to work through those hard times. Where there'll be more good times than hard times.
And more importantly, she's got to let him carry on being a season ticket holder at Fratton Park.
More importantly, he's got to be there and supporting us, cheering us on week in, week out. And we'll give him happy Saturdays, and I'm sure your Saturdays will be happy if he's there and we're winning.